Yeah, you know what? We set out on a mission the day after we got back from Christmas break to compete for every loose ball and every rebound at a different level than we've been doing. And we're 2 games in, and I couldn't be more pleased with how we've been doing that. 60 rebounds on the day, 10 by this one right here. You know, that's obviously our opponent was a little outmatched today, but this is a game where if we don't do that, things are totally different, okay? But because we didn't shoot the ball very well. First half, 0 for 15 from 3, but we still were commanding the game because we went and got every single ball. Not because we were bigger or stronger or faster. That played a role, but because everybody on our team wanted it. And man, they fought, so they weren't handing us anything. And I'm just really pleased to do that, come out with a victory, get back to feeling what a win feels like, and get ready to go get the next Atlantic 10 game.
Julie, what was it like, defensively, that's an emphasis in rebounding and getting those loose balls, as Mountain said. You had the 10 rebounds today, the whole team did really well on that end. What was it like from your perspective on defense?
So like Coach Mountain said, we've been really trying to make a point to work as hard as we can on the defensive end, and even on the offensive end, just getting as many boards as we can. We kind of knew we had a height advantage going in, so we kind of take every shot that it's a missed shot. If it goes in, great, but if it doesn't, then get that board. So we're all just in practice competing, and then it finally correlated into the game, which was good to see.
Yeah, and also on Julie's scorecard here, with our team shooting 17%, at least she shot 40% from 3, so I'll take that. 2 for 5. We're trying to build toward the end of the season and be the team that we want to be by the end. And I think these 2 games were really significant steps forward. It has to keep getting better. I'm sure if I go back and watch the film, I'm going to find a bunch of instances where one kid stood and watched, and we're trying to eliminate it from our program. And we took 2 steps in the right direction. And more than that, including those practices. So we're looking forward to preparing for our next opponent, having our next practice, and see how it goes.
Can you talk about the culture of this squad being so deep and having players where you can bring 5 on, 5 off, and be able to trust the 10th, 11th, 12th player off the bench? What's that like, both coach perspective and as a player?
Interesting.
Well, for me, being an underclassman, it's really nice because I'm given the opportunity and I know that my coaches trust me. Like on a lot of teams, some of the underclassmen aren't given the opportunity to go out onto the court and know that your coach has your back and wants you to do the best. So from the player's perspective, it's pretty cool to be able to have all these opportunities.
And in a game where you do have an advantage, it's an opportunity to get kids experience who maybe in a tighter game don't get as much of an opportunity. You can get them experience so that they can mess up this defensive assignment and mess up running the play this way so that the next time they've done it before and then they're going to be sharper on the next time they do it. Things happen throughout the course of a season and you typically end up needing everybody on your roster at some point. Well, if you haven't prepared them, then you have been kind of negligent as a coach, and I think it's our responsibility to put people in a position where they're getting ready. So if you come to practice, you don't see the bench kids sitting out watching the other kids play. Everybody's getting rotated in the same, and it also keeps us fresher as we go through the season. So we're hoping we'll see some dividends when we get into playoff time.
Last game of the non-conference now over. Everything's A10 from here on out. How do you assess moving forward in the Atlantic 10?
Well, obviously it was a higher number of non-conference wins than we've had since I've been here. So I'll take that. I think every one of us, from head coach to the director of operations, all through all the players, I think we think we could have done better in the non-conference play. But in the end, you got to win the conference games. You got to put yourself in the best situation for the tournament. And we learned lessons in the non-conference play that we're now fixing as we go into conference play that hopefully you'll get to see pay dividends.